back. Good morning. How do we look? How do we sound? I feel like we sound pretty good. Do you want to come over a little bit?
Is this better Wi-Fi than we have at our?
This is real. I mean, I think
W Profit Extra.
we look
Extra.
crystal
Yeah,
clear.
we do. I was gonna say it might look a little too. This is like us in 4K.
I'm wearing the same sweater I wore to the game yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stink. Top of the morning. You kind of stink too. Did you wear that yesterday? No, then that's me.
Fuck you.
I smell. Yeah, sorry about that. I definitely try to put that on you. You still sound drunk. Steak might be.
Yeah.
Steak got a little banged up. I DGen crash out. What did I crash out from? What's up, Slackbacks? How you doing? How long did it take you guys to get out of that traffic yesterday? Shit took forever. Funny you ask.
We'll answer the question. We went to Tailgater's Bar, and we hung out there for the entire first half of the game of the Eagles-Niners game, which is a cheat code to anyone in Jacksonville. Just this outdoor bar area, and I'd say like 80% of the traffic had cleared by then. Yeah, pretty much. I just realized I look drunk and I sound drunk.
Yeah, I guess we could. By the way, you see this shoulder? There's no better shoulder in sports betting in the world to smack on when something happens. This is a let's fucking go shoulder.
Like when Josh Allen ruins your life.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. RIP to that. That was where I parked. It was nuts. Yeah, shout out Steak. He had a great idea on going to that bar, waiting it. I'd say we waited till 5:45, but there was still traffic.
Yeah, but not the worst.
No, not the worst. But remember, I took that left and it was going to make us just go in a circle, and then I pulled the U-turn. That kind of saved us a little bit.
Yeah.
Lost 5 units instead of 2.5, and nothing they can do. House rules. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that's a George Kittle thing?
Is that what they're doing?
I think they were talking about George Kittle injury, or maybe it's Marion Hampton.
Did Beeve sleep at the foot of the bed? No, Beeve has his own hotel. Beeve came down with a friend, nice guy, Jags fan, and they have a hotel next to the airport. I think they're flying back today. Well, yeah, they're flying back today. Steak and I got a hotel over by Jacksonville Beach. We're actually right on the beach. It's beautiful. However, there's like 30-mile-an-hour winds and it's fucking freezing outside. I think
it does feel like a hurricane. It felt like a hurricane last night.
I'm not even exaggerating. I think the feels like is below 40. Hold on, let me check. All right, Jacksonville Beach. It says 54. Feels like 39.
Yeah,
what did I say?
Shit. Yeah,
did I fucking?
You're really good. That? You're really good. It feels like
gusts up to 26 miles an hour. Yeah, it's brutal over here. Absolutely brutal. But this is my morning ESPN first take with you. Love that juice. Although we would love if you came and watch on Twitch and YouTube where we monetize, but that's okay. Do your thing. How about them Patriots? Hey, I want you to remember this, Pranav. I'm fucking pointing at you. I want you to remember this. Best bet. 5 units. You don't see me make 5-unit wagers. And ask me why. Why, Steak? Because you were
you love Drake May.
No, that's not exactly why.
That is why.
Drake May is special.
Yeah,
that's what Steak said.
You love him. Say you love him.
I love Drake May.
There you go. Drake
May is special. But with that, he definitely pooped his pants a little bit last night. To be expected, though. Need DGen statement on Caleb Williams. All right, why don't we just
it's the recap. Yeah, I don't know what order we're going to go in, but you're going to get a statement.
Hard Rock app wasn't showing my bet connect. Okay, I don't know what's going on, Xfinity, but I hope all works out. Keep fading the Bears, Jeff. Maybe I fucking will, JJ. That's okay. We all pooped our pants at one point. That's true. DGen must be the No, it's not, Matt. How many times have your wives call you guys?
Zero times.
No, 0 times. I mean, obviously we check in. We're good checker inners. Definitely was a blizzard in Jax last night. Talking. I have one speed. Herbert continues to show he isn't ready to. All right, why don't we just get to it?
Well, first, Cornfields, let me just tell you, we have to have a team meeting about March Madness ASAP.
Yep. I don't know why I keep pointing, by the way. I like it. You do like it?
Yeah.
All right. Cornfields, keep your phone handy. We have a 2-hour drive after this. We're gonna head back. We're gonna stop at Buc-ee's. Maybe we'll do like lunch at Buc-ee's, like get a little. That's too close.
Something like that.
Do like a little like video tour or something. Content. Steak. How many Sun Cruise? Oh, dude,
quite a few. But
over.
A lot of Sun Cruisers. They were also tall boys, thick tall boys.
Okay. How about this? What order should we start? Should we go back to Saturday?
All the way back to Saturday.
All right, and then when we get to Jacksonville, we'll talk about Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay. First game, Rams-Patriots. No, Rams-Panthers. You had the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Panthers money line.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the under in the newsletter. Terrible wager. I don't think that had a pulse, honestly. I think that was like 14, 21 points in the first quarter. The Rams survive. They have a game-winning drive. You think they leave too much time on the clock for Bryce Young. I remember this last sequence of plays vividly. Do you remember the last sequence of plays? The Panthers had like 50 seconds, maybe. They had 3 timeouts, and they didn't try to even get like 5 or 6 yards. They were going for 20, 30 yards on the first play, and they didn't even get a yard.
No, they didn't.
First, second, third,
Jimmy
fourth.
Horn had a pretty bad drop, but he's Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy Horn had a drop. That's true. I thought the play calling was terrible, but nonetheless, I'm not gonna shit on the Panthers.
No, there's nothing to shit on. That was awesome.
Great job. Phenomenal job by the Panthers. I thought their defense, well, even though they allowed 34 points, I mean, I thought their defense played really well. Remember, there was probably 2 quarters of the game where Matt Stafford looked like shit.
Yeah. Matt Stafford hasn't looked that good these last 5-6 games, and the Rams defense hasn't looked that good. Panthers, I mean, you'd pay the top dollar to get Bryce Young that playoff experience that he just got. That was massive. And
That's
honestly,
a good point.
They were impressive. There's nothing bad to say about the Panthers at all.
Panthers showed out for the NFC South. Truther, Saints fan. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yep. Were you there, Clampers? That's actually something I was thinking to myself. We didn't really talk about this, but we'll reference the atmosphere at the Jags game, which rocked. That Panthers stadium looked fun.
Yeah.
That Panthers stadium looked fun. And I think for whatever reason, I don't think of Charlotte, just kind of like Atlanta. Like I know Atlanta has tons of sports teams, and I know Charlotte has sports teams, but like you don't think of them as like a sports city. Yeah. You don't think they have like passionate, diehard fans. That place was fucking rocking. Yeah. And it definitely looked like a hard place to play. You don't think of that when you think of the Panthers, of like home field advantage. Good things are coming to the division of the NFC South with the Panthers and with the Saints. But all in all, Steak, you just said it. I think you're right. That playoff experience for Bryce Young is inevitable, or is
invaluable.
Thank you, invaluable. What do the Panthers need? Like, what are your takeaways from that game? Do you need another? I mean, you don't need running back.
No, you definitely don't need running. Probably the last thing you need. You probably need
more defense.
Offensive line. Offensive line's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think you need experience, and I think you need to figure out if Bryce Young's the guy. I would have said receivers. No. They need receivers, but I don't want to shit on Jalen Coker because he had an amazing game, pass rush for sure. Mm-hmm. They still probably need another receiver. I think Xavier Legette is horrible, and I don't think Tommy Tremble is most teams' tight end 1.
No, he's not. He was a Notre Dame guy. I don't know if you remember that. He's like
he made some plays.
You know what he is? He's the Dawson Knox.
Yeah, good Dawson Knox.
Yeah, he can catch, he can block. Not your tight end 1. They probably need a better tight end, but I'm thinking defense though.
Well, J.C. Horn's good, but I think overall the secondary is rated.
J.C. Horn, Derek Brown. You've got a really good nose guard. You've got a really good cornerback. You need a field general. You need, whether it's like another fucking Jeremy Chin or
too bad they couldn't make it work with Brian Burns.
I know. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, how big is losing Dowdle? Well, losing Dowdle to what?
I'm assuming he was on a 1-year deal.
Actually, that's big. I think you need a 1-2 punch in that backfield.
I think most teams need a 1-2 punch. You're learning that.
All right, let's talk about the Rams for a second, though. Shout out Puka Ladder, no big deal. Rams are now going to play
the Bears.
Rams are going to play the Bears. Do you think surviving a win like that for the Rams means that they are alive, like for Super Bowl, or does it show that they're vulnerable?
I think they're vulnerable. I think they are alive. I think they're both. Both those things can be true. I think they're alive for Super Bowl, but I also think they're very vulnerable. I don't think it's an absolute sure thing that the Rams beat the Bears this weekend at all.
Yeah. Oh, that play out by Parkinson was crazy. What a catch. Yeah. It was really good coverage. Bit of a mismatch. You're right. Puka is going to torch the Bears defense. I agree.
Probably.
I thought that one thing I don't like, and the Bills just did this, we'll talk about it. I thought taking a shot to the end zone there with a minute left was kind of silly. I still think you got to use the clock to your advantage. And I know what you're going to say. It's like you're losing, get the touchdown. But if you go up 5 or more, then you force the other team to score a touchdown, sure. But all they need to do in this is get 20 yards, and they're in fucking field goal range in this day and age. So W Hype Train, really? Let's go. I haven't even checked the mainframe. Let's see. 94 in Twitch. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Cam is money. What's up? 39 months. Look at all these stream streaks. 15. Pip Talk. Ron Mux. Hype Train level 1. Tinlin Tutan. Thank you, Unks. No problem. Danny Aherna. Kevin DT, Crazy, appreciate all the stream streaks. Thanks for tuning in. How's YouTube gang doing? Let's see. What do we got going in YouTube? There we go. We take that 35. Good morning, everybody on Twitch or Twitter as well. Give it a like or a retweet while you're at it. Somebody said it real quick. Should we even talk about the spreads for the next week, or should we just recap the game?
We should recap and then talk about spreads. We're not going to give out plays, but the Broncos game has to be talked
Why does Steak sound like he's about to narrate a single dad's fucked up life and how he found inspiration to turn it around? Very funny. Yeah, Steak's a little bit banged up. I did a better job of turning down shots and pacing myself, so I feel pretty good, but that's okay. Steak's a tank, just so we understand. Steak, I'm not a tank. I'm a bitch.
I also was screaming a lot at Josh Allen on third down, so I did kind of lose my voice doing that.
That's true. Yeah, Bird Dog 19-8. No SIGs last night, by the way. No SIGs. Shout out if your wife is watching. No SIGs.
No SIGs.
Yep. No SIGs. Although my throat still kind of hurts. That's why I threw a cough drop in. My roommate's sister has been texting Rayola, said he's going to Oregon. Listen, not that I'm calling. Let me get this homeowner insurance result. You heard that? Yeah. Okay. All right. I get that. Give Bears some respect. Absolutely. In stream shit. Good morning, fellas. What's up, Tristan? Bills converted literally every fucking third down. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about the Bears Packers for a minute. I just saw a report from Schefter that said the Packers are going to try to make it work with LaFleur. I'm done with LaFleur. I say get rid of him. I say fire Matt LaFleur. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. I liked what I saw from Jordan Love. I liked what I saw from the Packers overall in the first half. Hated what I saw in the second half. Now, I did go to bed. I should probably go back and rewatch the game to see how much the Packers actually shit their pants. But I saw a little bit of it in the third quarter. I tweeted it. I gave Dennis Allen a lot of credit. He made a lot of adjustments in the second half, and they were blitzing a lot. They were confusing Jordan Love. They were pressuring him. And in the first half, there was no pressure. Jordan Love had all day to do whatever the fuck he wanted. Christian Watson looked good, but I don't know. You could talk more about the Bears.
Bears deserve nothing but credit, but the Packers deserve nothing. Well, actually, the sad part is Jordan Love deserves nothing but credit too. That's what's crazy is the second half was so poorly coached. I really think the worst coached half of football I've ever seen. The Packers just had meaningless drives over and over. 1st and 10, 1 yard rush by Jacobs. 2nd and 9, 1 yard rush by Jacobs. 3rd and 8. Love hurls it out of bounds. They have a completely different game plan in the second half than they had in the first half, where they were attacking and having a ton of success. And what's crazy is the Bears were putting together drives, coming short in the red zone on the goal line, and the Packers still couldn't close the deal. I mean, it was fucking awful coaching. But at the end of the day, after I say how bad Matt LaFleur was, because he was really fucking bad, like maybe I almost thought it was possible he would get fired, even though deep down I knew he wouldn't. I actually think he kind of deserves to be, but let's now not take away the credit from Caleb Williams. I mean, dude, the throw on the run is one of the best throws you'll ever see. I don't care what anybody says. In that moment of the game, that throw is absolutely fucking insane. Caleb Williams was not only great, he was poised, and there was so much adversity because they were down 21-3, but then there was so much more adversity because they kept getting close in the third quarter and still not getting the job done. And there's so many times I really genuinely believe a bajillion dudes would have given up. And I just got to give all credit to Caleb Williams because he just fucking stayed focused, stayed poised. You kind of felt like I had a Packers ticket, and it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck if I lose this. If the Bears come back and win this, that'd be absolutely incredible. It was incredible. So props to the Bears. I'm not taking away any props to the Bears when I mentioned how bad Matt LaFleur was, but it has to be mentioned how bad Matt LaFleur was. Like, he's a bitch. Matt LaFleur coaches like a bitch.
Caleb Williams, this is how I describe Caleb Williams. For 2 quarters, he proves his haters right. And then for another 2 quarters, he'll make his haters look like idiots. Wouldn't you agree? Because he doesn't play a complete game of football.
I agree that he has a weird thing about him where it feels like a clean pocket makes him uncomfortable. And then getting forced outside of the pocket makes him comfortable. It's very weird. But then, like, when the offensive line's playing well and he's sitting in the pocket, it feels like he doesn't play well.
Yeah.
But then when it's fucking chaos, it feels like he like thrives in the chaos. He's a weird quarterback to watch.
He does like this thing where when the pocket starts to even like form and the tackles are getting like blocked in a little bit, most quarterbacks step up into it. Caleb has a hard time stepping up and sitting in it. I think he will feel it and he'll like look this way and then he'll run to the sideline. If like nothing's there, he'll throw it out or he'll make a play. But I have to give him credit because he does not strike me, at least at this stage in his career, he doesn't strike me as a clutch dude. But clearly he's got the clutch gene. He's shown it now multiple times. So I think it's harder to develop the clutch gene than it is for someone to figure out the fucking first half of a game, because he did this shit with the Packers last time. He did absolutely nothing until the very end. This game, I mean, he made a few more plays earlier, but still, if he's got that, I wouldn't be worried about the rest. That'll come, especially with Ben Johnson. I mean, Ben Johnson is just unbelievable. Do you guys follow the Film Watchers account? Does anybody follow that with that kid? I mean, this guy, by the way, this kid, I think he's got 57,000 followers on Twitter. This video, you guys have to go to this video. The best chess match, the best chess match so far this year ended with absolute checkmate from Ben Johnson. 1.4 million views. This guy had like 16,000 followers the other day. Now he's got 57,000. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but he deserves it.
But this is, and I'm not taking credit away from Caleb Williams. This is a display of some of the best coaching and offensive fucking chess that you will see from anyone, maybe ever in our lifetime. Ben Johnson is brilliant. Like he is one of a kind. He is a McVay, he is a Shanahan, and the Bears hit a fucking home run with Ben Johnson. So I mean, look, somebody said it early in the stream. I don't know if you saw that comment. They said, keep fading the Bears, GJ. Oh yeah, JJ Miles.
Yeah.
I don't really want to, man. I'm not a Bears hater. All I was really doing was like, the success the Bears are having, it doesn't really match with what Caleb Williams is doing for the majority of the games. But I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. And I don't know if you guys remember this. Last week, I love the Packers. I thought that the line showed a lot of respect. I said Jordan Love masterclass, over touchdown passes 1.5. He had that in the fucking first half. Last second, I'm talking to Owner's Box to Sandy and Ryan, and I just said, you know what? LaFleur's a bitch. I don't like Matt LaFleur. And what I'm trying to do now is think about the coaches I'm betting on and against. Do I really want to put my money on LaFleur against Ben Johnson? That's the only thing that really concerned me, because I would take Jordan Love over Caleb Williams, and I would probably take their weapons. I would take Josh Jacobs. I don't know about the defense with the injuries or whatnot, but I think that game solely lies on Matt LaFleur, and I think that you've seen Matt LaFleur's peak as a coach. This isn't year 2.
No, it's not.
How many years has Matt LaFleur been a coach?
A while, and most of the seasons end with losing in the playoffs and not very well coached either.
So this is actually something that's worth mentioning. Ben did not trust the defense in the first half. That's why he was going for it on fourth downs. You're not wrong. Here, I'm getting a little annoyed with the fourth downs.
4th and 4 on your own 32 is a no.
It's stupid. Yeah, you have to play a little bit of the field position game, but also I understand if you need to be aggressive. If you are at the Packers 45-yard line and it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3, and you want to go for it instead of pinning them in their own 5, sure. Don't care at all. They can get 15 yards on one play. Don't care at all. However, if you are the Bears and you're on like the 33-yard line of the Packers, it's 4th and 4, whatever, take the fucking field goal. Take the field goal.
Punt the ball from your own 32. That's actually what made me the most mad is punt the ball from your own 32. It's actually pretty incredible all the things the Bears did wrong, and the fact that Matt LaFleur still found a way to lose the game. And like I said, Caleb did go into God mode. I'm not taking away credit when I say that, but it's really fucking incredible Matt LaFleur found a way to lose this game.
That would actually haunt me for a very long time if I was a Green Bay Packers fan. I am curious to hear what how Sandy took that. I don't know. I fell asleep and then we got up early for Jacksonville. I didn't see a lot of the content or whatnot, but yeah, RIP to any of the Packers fans. Bears plus 4.5. Actually, let's do that at the very end.
Yeah.
That was Saturday.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get on to Jacksonville. Jags, Bills. We're here. By the way, we're still in Jacksonville. We got here. It was a very easy drive. 2 hours, 20 minutes. Stopped for 2 piss breaks. A little bit of traffic as we got to the stadium. And when we arrived, we had to get here early because we held the flag for the national anthem. First time either of us have done that, right?
Yeah.
Our buddy is a Jag super fan. First time he ever did that as well. So first and foremost, this was a process. You get to the stadium, you have to check in by 11:15. Okay, the game's at 1. From 11:15 till 1 o'clock, you are practicing. You're practicing in the practice facility, the national anthem. And it's like, I don't know, how many people do you think it was? Probably like,
yeah, it's a really good question.
100?
Yeah.
Probably 100 people. The flag is massive. It's the whole size of the field, right? And there's people on the ends of it too. Steak lucked out. He had the easiest job in the world.
I'll talk about my job.
All right, yeah, fine.
My job's hilarious.
So you have to practice walking the flag out. Then you have to open it. Then you practice waving it. Then you practice bringing it in, which is actually much harder than it looks. You bring it in, then you have to walk it out. You also have to know where to stand. You can't walk on the sidelines. If you go past the hash marks onto the sidelines, they get fined like $150,000 from the NFL. Now, were they exaggerating to just scare us and make sure we didn't do it? Maybe. Did they actually get fined that? I don't know. But that shit was very cool. Would only do it once. Don't have any interest to do it before because you don't get the tailgate. We had no beers. Then you have to walk out. You miss
with the flag. We missed kickoff.
Yeah, well, we missed more than I think we missed 8 minutes of the first quarter.
We definitely missed the whole first Jags drive.
You have to walk the flag out about halfway around the stadium through another practice facility, drop it, then you can go. We're starving. We didn't have any food, barely had any fucking water. And then we finally got to the tickets, scarfed down a fucking shitty hot dog or whatever. And then we'll talk about the rest. What were you going to add to the national experience?
When you're holding the flag, I wanted to take like one of the corners. I thought I was being like a stand-up guy because, to be honest with you, there's like quite a few old dudes around us, kind of look like veterans, older guys, not as able-bodied, a lot of women. And I was like, you know what? I think I'll be a stand-up guy and stand on the corner. Well, the guy directing the whole thing's like, come over here. You'll be over here. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you're just going to help him roll up the flag, and then you don't have to hold the flag. You just walk off with him. I'm like, are you sure that's what you want me to do? He's like, yeah. So for 2 hours, D-Gen, our other boys are holding up a flag, and I'm literally standing on the side. I didn't have to hold it one time. The only thing I had to do was hold it out, roll it up, and fucking walk around. I had the easiest job on earth. People were literally angry with me.
I was across from probably a 55-year-old woman and her 60-year-old husband. And she kept saying, like, are you going to be able to do this? Are you going to be able to do this? Are you okay? And Steak is literally standing there, this fucking big jack dude. And we're in the locker room. And you have to have a handle and hold the flag. And we get there and it says 27 minutes. We have to wait 27 minutes. We
have to wait for the Bills to run out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
They're like, Bills run out of the tunnel and then we're gone.
Yeah.
And they're like, it'll probably be like 15 minutes. So they're like holding the flag on their shoulders. And I'm literally just standing there getting yelled at for going on my phone.
Anyways, we were all bitching at Steak because he had the easiest job in the world. We walk out on the field. We walk right by the Bills sideline. I mean, I am like this close to fucking Dawson Knox. Who did you see that was really
Dalton Kincaid? No, Dalton Kincaid was talking shit to us. He was like, the Jag Stadium was rocking. They were waving towels, and Dalton Kincaid literally is like standing as close to me as D-Gen is right now. And he goes, y'all always bring towels, or is it only when we come to town?
Yep. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And they just yell at you for talking to the players. They're like, don't say a fucking word to the players. Don't say a word to the media. Don't say a word to the coaches. But yeah, it was a good ass time.
These guys up close and personal. I mean, I'm sure that you have all probably seen them at some point, but when you see these athletes like face to face and you're standing next to them, they're another breed of human.
Deion Dawkins, bruh. This dude is the biggest dude I've ever seen in my fucking life.
They have no body fat. They all look.
No, the offensive linemen definitely do. But
okay, yeah, sorry. I'm mostly talking about like the tight ends, the wide receivers. They are just absolutely ginormous. They look like another fucking species of human beings. I can't even imagine what their diet is like. You know, I know that the offensive linemen probably eat a little bit differently. But anyways, yeah, they aren't real people. That stadium was rocking. That stadium was fucking rocking. Also, flyover, 4 F-35s going over your head when you're on the field. Unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
That rocked. Then we get out of the stadium. We get to the seats. And I guess let's talk about the game from there. So not the best Trevor Lawrence performance as a whole. But he showed for playoff.
He's got some dog. He's got some dog, but he didn't play perfect.
Yeah. For playoff Trevor Lawrence, I thought he showed glimpses of like, okay, this is kind of like Bryce Young. Like, this is good for Trevor. I mean, he's going against Josh Allen. I'm not saying it's the best team in the AFC, but it's Josh Allen. That's intimidating. And the Jags could have won that fucking game with Josh Allen having 80% completion percentage and going in God mode. I didn't even realize. Steak was like, I don't remember him throwing an incomplete pass. I don't remember James Cook really doing that much. But it was kind of unfortunate. Steak had a lot more invested on the Jaguars than me. Things got really tight towards the end. What do you think about those seats? BK criticized the view, not the best view, but when the game got intense, I thought it was awesome.
8.5 out of 10. The only negative about the seats was that you miss a lot of the action on the other side of the field. You have a big ass TV to look at, but yeah, the view a little the seats are amazing. My takeaway from the game is kind of how I felt going into the game. A lot of people who were ultimately correct said you shouldn't be fading Josh Allen in the spot. You guys were correct when you said that because Josh Allen won the game. My pushback to everyone was that I think the Jags are a better football team. And to be completely honest with you, I'm coming out of that still saying that statement. Josh Allen did go into God mode. He made 0 mistakes. That's what's most important is he made no mistakes. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown, 80% completion rate. He didn't miss much at all, and he made no mistakes. Trevor Lawrence made 2 big mistakes. I know I think the Bills might have fumbled a kickoff. They had 1 turnover. I think it was a muff punt or a muff kick, whatever. Not the point. The point is Josh Allen was never losing that game if he didn't make a single mistake, and Trevor Lawrence made the mistakes. Mm-hmm. I really like this Jags team. I'm guilty. I'm probably going to be buying them again next year when I think a lot of people probably buying the Texans or whatever else is going on in that division next year. I really like this team, and I do think they were 1 Trevor Lawrence shin away because when the shin was down on 4th down, did change the whole game. They could have went up 14-3. Not being a sore loser because I absolutely will take my L with fading Josh Allen, not the move. Still very much like this Jacksonville Jaguars team.
Yeah, I like him too. I'm a huge Parker Washington guy. I ended up, for whatever reason, taking Brian Thomas Jr. I saw Canadian Relief Benefits said something. Him catching that touchdown right in our end zone in front of us was pretty wild.
Oh, that was fun. And Phil's, you're 100% correct. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, I don't understand. So somebody said Cohen's a jackass. I guess being at the game, everything going on, not watching it on TV from start to finish and not seeing the game as a whole, it's a lot harder to criticize or have an opinion on the coach's performance. Just my takeaway on going for it on 4th and 2 where Trevor Lawrence did not get it. Steak and I both agree that I think you probably should have gone for it there. Trevor Lawrence fucked that up.
They did.
He fucked that up.
You can't let your shin get on the ground.
Yeah, he dove too early. He didn't extend. He should have just lowered his shoulder in that moment and got the first down because they were inside the 10, 15 or something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they were at like the 6.
You have to have that. You have to have that. The play call was fine. Going for it was fine. And then the Bills, I tweeted about this, but Bills going 93 yards for a touchdown after is like, how do you respond? But they did. That's what I like from the Jags. They did.
They did respond. And then they got the halftime. They should have tied it up with that kick that guy makes 99 times out of 100, and he missed it. Just too many miscues. It's disappointing, honestly. Like I said, I really do think the Jags are better, but I'll have my chance to fade Josh Allen next week.
I did. I apologize. So I took a video when Cam Little was lining up for a kick. I was like, oh, this is the best kicker in the NFL. Like I got to get him. I got to video him kicking. And I said that right before I started kicking or started recording. And then he missed, and I apologized to everybody around me. So, man, wild card was so much fun. Yep.
It was so much fun.
Ooh. Oh, you didn't get it because
oh God, that sucks. Holy fuck. All my boys had Jags plus a half first half, so that was obviously deflating.
If the Bills lost yesterday, McDermott is fired. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I think so. 100%. I think so. We are fading that bum Sean Payton in the playoffs, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll talk about that. What Steak
you and DJNR.
Yeah. We might be a little popular there. What happened with the table breaker? Oh yeah, so we got to this bar and there's these tables by like merch for tailgaters is the name of the bar in the parking lot. And these Bills fans just looked at the table and they were like, well, let's go do the Bills thing. And then they just jumped and broke the table. But the bartenders were not very happy about that. So they went and yelled at the kids and got a cop. And the cop was like, yeah, try to fix that table, and like stood there while they tried to fix the table.
But to be clear, the cop kind of didn't give a shit because after they couldn't fix it, he was like, yeah, go ahead if you want to jump through it again. And then they jumped through it again.
If I were those bartenders, let's be real. They probably didn't know that the Bills Mafia going through a tables, like anytime they see a table, is a thing.
Right? I think if you're bartending at a spot called Tailgaters where the Bills are coming to town, you should probably learn that they jump through tables.
Oh, okay, but it's not like they have a meeting and it's like, let's look at what
they should literally have a meeting exactly about that.
Our bartender was like a 40-year-old woman, and she was very nice.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, I'm going to give her some slack if she didn't look and see.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just saying it's probably a ball drop by not having that meeting.
Steak's pre-fucking bar meeting would have told everybody, hey guys,
1,000,000%. You're goddamn right.
Interesting. Anyways, I actually thought it was very funny what the kids did, and it was a shitty table.
That's like having the Kansas City Chiefs come to town and not telling everyone that everyone will be on meth. You know, you have to give a warning about these things.
Yeah, I got an idea. It's not even the bartender's fault for not knowing. It's the manager's fault for having tables out.
Yeah, having a table out is insane. Having the exact table they like to jump through out is so fucking insane.
They dead ass should have had a meeting. All right, fine. Obviously, honestly, to keep at the moment, did you think the Bills made the right decision scoring Oh, yeah, no,
not at all.
No.
We all literally said we didn't think like, oh, it's a lock that Trevor Lawrence is going to lead some type of game-winning drive.
Right.
But we absolutely were shocked that they scored that quick. Shocked.
That is McDermott not having. I don't even know how to say it. McDermott doesn't have a big dick. McDermott has a little tiny micro penis. He just does. Okay, no offense to any micro penises out there. I know if you're born with it, you can't do anything about it. But Sean McDermott should have known. I guarantee Ben Johnson would have done it. I Liam Cohen probably would have done it. It's that obvious. You have 1 yard to get a touchdown.
You know what Matt LaFleur would have done, though? He would have kicked the field goal to cut the lead to 1.
I don't even want to talk about Matt LaFleur. It's making me angry. No, it is so obvious and common sense. The priority is not even to get a touchdown there. The priority is the clock. Very funny. It's the clock. You don't want to give because again, what was the final score?
Of what?
The Jags game.
27-24.
They're down by 3. You just need a field goal.
No, and you also have a kicker who has the NFL record for a lot. It's a pretty bad decision. Actually, it would be all over the sports news if the Jags tied that game up and won it in overtime. How bad of a decision that was, if we're being completely honest with ourselves.
Yeah, it was awesome. But what if you false start, then changes everything changes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but what if the Jags?
I'd say it's more likely that the Jags can get to the 50 and kick a field goal than it is that you're going to false start there. But it's a fair counterpoint.
It's fair. People keep talking about Raiola to Oregon. Do we need to address this real quick?
I'm going to go ahead and say in a really weird way, that's going to work. And I know it's a crazy thing to say with how Oregon keeps getting just shit canned in big games against their conference rivals in the playoffs and how Dylan Raiola is a joke. I actually think it's going to work. I'm going to predict that. So put me on the Oregon and Raiola train for right now. I'll let you guys know if I change my mind.
I don't think Dylan Raiola to Oregon means that they are going to advance any further than they have advanced in the past few years in a college football playoff.
Well, they just got to the Final Four, so that's pretty fair. It's tough to say. You think that means in order to disagree with you, I have to say Oregon's going to make it to the national championship next year. I'm not prepared to say that. Dante Moore must be declaring, right? If that happened, it must mean that just haven't gotten official.
Oh my God, that guy's draft stock had to take a massive hit, right? That guy's draft stock had to make.
I feel differently about Dante Moore than you do.
I just think that Dylan Raiola, in a weird way, feels like Oregon settling. Do you agree or disagree?
Settling for knowing they're not getting Sam Leavitt, and if they even wanted Sam Leavitt.
Yeah, he's not a national championship winning quarterback. Sorry. Are you a Dante Moore fan, Steak?
Wouldn't be prepared to call myself a fan, but I'm not a hater by any means. Like, do I think he's going to be a really bad NFL quarterback? No. I think the guy I don't think is going to be good is Fernando Mendoza. I don't
like your Fernando Mendoza hate. We're gonna have a real fucking problem. We're gonna have a real problem. Why do you not like him?
I just don't think he's.
You don't like nerds.
Yeah, it's not that. It's really not that. I really don't think. I think there's a system in Indiana, and I think fucking Curtis Rourke looked pretty damn good last year. And I'm just going to have to see that Fernando Mendoza, just because he can play in this well-oiled machine that Kurt Canetti has created, means he can lead an NFL franchise, which is coming off a miserable season. That's the only reason he's the number one pick. It's going to be what? Raiders, Jets. Those are the only options, right? If Fernando Mendoza is going to go into that situation and succeed, I don't believe that for a second. I really don't.
I think the Kirk Cousins Mendoza comparison is kind of fair. I think they play a little bit differently. I think Mendoza can move.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're out of your mind, dude.
Yeah, in the NFL, I don't know, dude. I just don't know.
You're out of your mind. I think he's more like Trevor Lawrence. He can run. He doesn't always run, but Trevor Lawrence can run. Kirk doesn't fucking run. Kirk will barely get you 8 yards.
Hold on, I just want to send Lieutenant Goose here. Let's look up Curtis Rourke's Indiana stats first.
Okay. Josh Hoover to Indiana next year is official though, right?
Yeah,
that's happening.
Yeah,
Put Indiana. Snubman in here. Pranav earmuffs. Earmuffs.
Yeah, he's not going to hear
Pranav said, what about developing Bryce Underwood, our quarterbacks? Cough, cough. Yeah, I got no issue with that. And I just want you to know, I bet on Michigan over 9.5 wins. I was betting on Bryce Underwood working with Michigan because I like their defense. And I thought they had decent enough weapons to make it work with a guy like Bryce Underwood. I'm wondering though, Pranav, from everything I've seen and heard, is Underwood a team guy? Like, is he a guy? Is he a dude that makes his team better? Or is he a fucking, this day and age, Gen Z, AAU, cocky bastard?
I just would like to tell you guys, in case you care, Curtis Rourke had 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Fernando Mendoza had 3,300 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. So, yes, there's more touchdown passes, but a lot of very similar production to Curtis Rourke, I just want to say.
Underwood is a fine culture guy. Okay. Nick Marsh committed to IU. They are going to be nasty again. Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
Oh, from Michigan State.
Did I get sent-held, or did Nick Marsh have a picture with FanDuel on his phone? Did you guys see that?
You probably got sent-held.
You think so? Rourke was a stud. Okay. So we met up with Beeve, by the way. Beeve, if you're watching, good morning. Beeve. Not up.
My money's on not up.
Oh,
I'd say up is plus 300.
Beeve and his buddy. What was his buddy's name again?
Cooper.
Yeah. Good dude. Great time. We met at Tailgaters, and then we basically said, we watched the Niners game, Niners Eagles. Sorry, Greg. By the way, Greg had a tweet that blew up. There's like 3 million views. It's very funny. You should go see it if you haven't already. He went to the Eagles game. The Eagles were his best bet. I don't do this often. We have a deal at formerly the Degenerate, now the Fake Sharps. Our newsletter plays our best bets. We blindly tell them. I had to say fuck Greg. I just had to. And I think Steak, you kind of did too, right? In a really, really nice way. Like you would never say.
Yeah, it wasn't fuck Greg. It was fuck Jalen Hurts in the Philadelphia.
Yeah, his Steak's kind of come around. And Greg liked the Eagles. He got him at 3.5. They went up to 5.5 cash to CLV. I just could not. I thought I had a really good take. I had to lean into it. Niners spread, Niners money line. They're not going down without a fight, and they didn't go down without a fight. And also, I'm so glad now that it's over. I'm so glad the Eagles are out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I am so fucking sick. Well, you can bitch about Jalen Hurts, but I'm so sick at looking at Nick Sirianni. I'm so sick. He's one of those guys, when it goes bad, it goes really bad. I can't stay. Even when he talks at a podium, I can't listen to him. Imagine being in the locker room. Does anybody listen to Nick Sirianni? Does he make anybody better? Does he get anything out of his players? Or does he just have a really good roster? I think that fucking Eagles roster, that Super Bowl that they won last year, is all Howie Roseman. And who was their offensive coordinator? Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. He should be fired. He's not going to be, but he should be fired.
He's not going to be fired. They're going to fire the coordinators and a bunch of other guys. Hurts won't be benched or anything either. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are going to get a run it back, and it's fine. I actually kind of want that to happen because when I did have the Jalen Hurts criticism, everyone said, like, this guy, Kevin Patullo, sucks. It's the play calling. And it's fine. Like, I do have eyeballs. I really don't think Jalen Hurts. Like, if you put Jalen Hurts on the Tennessee Titans, they're not any better than they are this year. Like, I don't care. It's absolutely situational. You have eyeballs, and I've said it for like weeks now. He can't even scramble anymore. Jalen Hurts can't even scramble anymore. That was like the best part of his game. You think he's supposed to sit back there and be a pocket passer? And the Eagles run the same fucking play over and over and over again. And A.J. Brown fucking stinks. And when he had a chance to make a big catch, he dropped it because he fucking sucks. And this is just, it is falling apart, but it will not be ripped apart at the seams, if that makes sense. Like, Sirianni is going to still coach. He won the Super Bowl last year. And Jalen Hurts is going to fucking be quarterback because he won Super Bowl MVP last year. He did, right? He won Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to end well. And I do think there will be murmurings as soon as next year about everybody on the Eagles side of things wanting Hurts out of there and wanting to get another quarterback in there. I really do genuinely believe that.
I think A.J. Brown is a phenomenal receiver, and I would love to have him on my team. At the same time, as I say that, I do think he might have diva in him, and I don't like diva wide receivers, but I will Mike Tomlin it a bit and just try to take it and manage it. He's a guy I would take a chance on.
Yeah.
Hurts not going anywhere. Looks like y'all are on the school. What does that say? Look like on the school bus side by side. W. Yep.
Yeah. Hurts not going anywhere yet, but sooner than you seem to think.
Wanted to
That's
point
going to
this out
happen.
too. Put Jalen Hurts on the Chargers not making the playoffs. What do you think?
Absolutely not
Yeah.
making the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I'm also, we'll get there. I'm done with hypothetical Justin Herbert shit. I'm very done with that. We're done.
If you are the Eagles, I tweeted this, and Steak and I we're talking about this. Hurts to Wawa confirmed. That is hilarious. Who do you keep and who do you part ways with? It's got to be one of the three have to go.
It's going to be so easy.
Jalen Hurts is not going.
Guys don't leave a year after they won Super Bowl MVP.
Nick Sirianni.
Coaches don't get fired a year
A.J.
after they
Brown.
won Super Bowl. A.J. Brown.
A.J.
There's
Brown's
your answer.
gone.
Yep.
Oh, Patula's gone, but that's
already done. That's a fucking
that's not enough. That's not enough. He should have never been hired to begin with. I don't even know who is this guy. He's just like a friend of a fucking friend.
I have no idea. A.J. Brown is absolutely not playing on the Philadelphia Eagles last year, and that little spat on the sideline yesterday between Sirianni and A.J. Brown just confirms it. It's that relationship is sour.
What do you do if you're the Eagles with A.J. Brown? Is he in a contract? Does anybody know? Does he have a contract that has to get played out if he does?
I don't think he's a free agent, and I think they would trade him, and I think the team would give a third-round draft pick for him or something.
Ooh, that's it?
Yeah.
What did the Steelers get for DK?
Good question. Don't remember. Something like that.
Yeah. He's 29. Oh, I would absolutely take a shot on A.J. Brown. I think he's a great
A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown to the Browns would just
A.J. Brown.
Third round for DK. A.J. Brown is probably better than
DK. Metcalf trade.
20 million dead cap if traded, not getting traded.
Nope. Seattle receiving a second-round pick. Wait, what? No, they got a second-round pick for him. A second and a seventh round.
Yeah. That's
AJ should get more than a third, I think.
Yeah.
Does he have to get traded or is he a free agent? That's what I'm wondering.
I think he's under one more year, but I'm the wrong guy to ask that. 2 firsts, no shot, Rav.
What?
No shot.
That boy Rav, you crazy, bro. Listen, I'm like with you on I think he's that good, but in the market is not giving 2 first rounds for a wide receiver.
That's been fucking crying all year.
Yeah, no.
And no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But good morning, Rav. We'll talk about your Steelers game here in a little bit. All right, so the Niners move on. They are playing the Seahawks. The Seahawks are 6.5-point favorites, I think. Spoiler alert. Do you want to tell them what you think about the game? Just spoiler alert, or do you want to wait?
I want to wait.
All right, we're going to wait. Patriots, Chargers. So we watched this game. We got to Jacksonville Beach, a couple of cool bars around here. Nothing was really that lively, unfortunately. I'm sure downtown Buffalo was a lot of fun with the Bills fans, but downtown Jacksonville kind of sucks. Sorry. And there was no hotels. But anyways, we had a good time watching the game. I wanted to call it a night like the third quarter because it was such an awful game.
Damn, you know what I realized before we talk about this game? We didn't slurp the Niners at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
we didn't say anything Niner related.
You're right. Who's got a Kyle Shanahan Coach of the Year ticket? Because that's going to be a really bad beat.
It's going to be a really bad beat.
Really bad beat.
He's done an incredible job. Even losing George Kittle in the second quarter of that game, and it's still finding a way to win. Jawan Jennings touchdown pass was absolute scene cinema. Fucking awesome. That guy's so cool. Christian McCaffrey's cool. Brock Purdy made a couple bad throws. The pick to Quinyon really sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a fucking gamer. Yeah. I think he's 6-2 in the playoffs, which is crazy when we talk about the next guy we're about to talk about. There's just nothing bad you can say about the 49ers this year and all that they've lost and still won that game. It was really, really awesome to watch. They don't have a chance against Seattle, in my opinion, but still awesome to watch.
It is unfortunate that the Niners keep having to deal with all these injuries because if they're fully healthy, they probably already have a Super Bowl. And they probably would be the team that would win a couple, like just like the Chiefs. I think they are that good. And I keep forgetting. Like, I'm not going to compare it to the Rays and Wander Franco, but hold on, that was a superstar. And whatever you think of Brandon Ayuk, he was their number one receiver. Not having a number one receiver on that team really sucks. Like that hurts.
That's literally Christian McCaffrey.
That hurts. Yeah. So you got Christian McCaffrey doing everything. You got George Kittle. Who also is a two-way tight end. I mean, he blocks well, he catches well, and then you're kind of just making it work with Jawan Jennings. Who's the other guy, number 5? Demarcus Robinson, and Pearsall, for whatever reason, he can't stay healthy. But it's a phenomenal job by Kyle Shanahan. Brock Purdy, I said this to Steak because I don't necessarily agree that I don't think the Niners have a chance in Seattle. I think they do. Brock Purdy's got a look. Now, he didn't play all that great. And he didn't play great against the Seahawks. So I was critical. Everybody's sucking off the Niners when they lit up the scoreboard against 5 of the worst opponents in the NFL. I'm not ready to go stake my claim on the fucking Niners beating the Seahawks and Niners in the Super Bowl. No. But Brock Purdy's got a look. Brock Purdy has a little bit of that look that like Jalen Hurts had a couple years ago that's just been lost. Jalen Hurts would run. He would knock a motherfucker over. He would get up and he would get fired up. I don't know what happened to this guy, but that's gone. Brock Purdy's got that swagger in him. He's got a little bit of that dog in him. And he's getting, I don't know, he's kind of talking shit. He's celebrating. He's showing emotion. I like this version of Brock Purdy. I think he's live.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys this because I already see some Niners love in the chat. I love an underdog. I think everybody knows that about me. I love to back an underdog when I have the opportunity. I'm going to let you know, like I let you guys know 2 weeks ago. That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening.
I think Steak is failing to realize that Sam Darnold in the playoffs is a different Sam Darnold.
Shit ain't happening.
Okay.
It was like the playoffs 2 weeks ago. And honestly, they weren't great, but that didn't matter. The Seahawks had every answer for the Niners on defense, and they will again. The Seahawks will dominate this football game.
Yep. Good morning, mid-major. Good to see you. Thanks for being in. I haven't seen Camus Money. Camus Corp. I know he's tuning in. What's up, everybody on Twitch? Appreciate you guys. Joey Loans with the stream streak. Wow, Fake Sharps YouTube with 75 in it. Hey, if you guys are in YouTube, we appreciate you. Thank you. I like the stream. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe to the page. Make sure if you're watching on Twitch, follow. If you are on Twitter, that's fine. You can watch on Twitter, but give it a like or a retweet. All right, do something.
Also, I want a random thing to bring up, but our beloved mod Snidesy got a new job. I think he referred to it as his dream job. So we want to say shout out to Snidesy for doing that, but he won't be around much anymore. And we are in the market for a couple new mods. So maybe if you want to DM me on Twitter, if you want to be a mod on Twitch, we need a few for sure.
Yeah, we do.
All I got is stupid ass fat girls. Go Bears though, fat girls.
Yeah. And just so we're clear, fat girls, that was a good win. Fat girls, by the way, has been DMing me the last couple of Bucks losses.
Yeah.
And he just said, nice win, idiot. Nice Bucks win the division. Congratulations. I've taken the high road. I'm very happy for fat girls and all the Bears fans. I've always said, like the people of Chicago, like the city of Chicago, and I'm happy to see it. All right.
I'm happy to see it too.
Yeah, really happy to see it. Chargers, Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots are my best bet, and I have to have Steak give him some credit for this because it was with the assist. It was that phrasing of how he put it. Because I don't know if I didn't hear that. I don't know what Niners probably would have been my best bet, but then also that was going against Greg, so it would have gotten weird. But you're betting on Drake May to be special. I do think Drake May is special. I think the Patriots are a good team. But also I realized something, and you've known this if you've been following us for the past 2 years. I have had it out for this Chargers team. I just don't think they're very good. But I'm not going to shit on them too much because they have a massive excuse. They're missing two of the best offensive linemen in football. With those guys on the field, they are a different team. But without them, let's be honest, they are brutal to watch. Brutal. I don't know. How much do you want to shit on Justin Herbert?
I want to shit on him to for example, we met a guy at the game yesterday. He was like friends with my buddy, and he ended up hanging out with us for the night. So we're driving to Jacksonville Beach. He's a Jets fan, and he was slurping Herbert. We were saying, well, me, Beeve, and DJ are like, well, we already nuked the Patriots. Like, I'm sorry. It's just for us, it's the Patriots. I already put $1,000 on it. And he's like, dude, like Justin Herbert's amazing. And it's Drake May's first playoff game. If Justin Herbert was on the Jets, they would have made the playoffs. And that's when I realized that I don't want to shit on Justin Herbert, but I do want to shit on what some of you think about Justin Herbert. That's what drives me crazy. And I fall for it too. I fucking bet the guy to win the MVP after a couple games this year. But honestly, him winning the MVP in the regular season still feels smarter than backing him in the playoffs. He's super bad in the playoffs. He has as many playoff touchdowns as Jawan Jennings, which is an incredible stat. He has been awful, and he was awful. That's the thing, is he was awful. The offensive line is awful. There's a million excuses you could make for the guy. The offensive line was bad, but I have seen guys do more with less. Brock Purdy doesn't have everything he should. I understand, still has CMC. I'm not comparing the two situations, but the Niners have lost a lot and put up a much better fight than whatever we saw from the Chargers last night. The Chargers were pathetic last night. Defensively, they were decent. They stayed in the game, but I'm talking about the Chargers offense was so bad. And I don't want to shit on Justin Herbert. I'm not going to, but please stop with the telling me Justin Herbert is the right pieces away from being the best quarterback in the NFL or a Super Bowl. Like, let's just have the guy win a playoff game before we say any fucking thing else about this guy. That it has to happen.
Fair enough. Good take. Remember the Chargers lost week 18 on purpose so they could fly 6 hours, play in 30-degree weather, and send their quarterback out on a death mission, only score 3 points. Yeah, Rel said. Who would the...
You know who else lost on purpose last week? The Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to remember that for next year, Boston Sports Store. Teams that lose on purpose. Also, teams that limp in the playoffs, like the Packers. We have to remember that, too.
Who would the Chargers have played if they won that game?
I would assume it would have to be the Jags. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a much better matchup for them.
Oh, Jags would have kicked their ass.
No, I guess I'm just turning
their ass
in terms of climate.
I'm
That was like a
sorry.
nice
And climate for sure. Jags would have kicked their fucking ass yesterday.
Yeah. Milton Williams not saving the Eagles, but I agree they miss him a lot.
Definitely. Yeah. What do you have? 3 sacks yesterday?
He was awesome.
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome. That's why I was asking you guys last night. It was 97 Williams. I was like, I thought this guy was out for the season because he got hurt, I think. That's okay. Sportswork D never puts. That's not true, motherfucker. I just scrolled back and looked for it because you tagged him and said this. I acknowledge every fucking Pranav. This is what I saw. Did you have another one? No, we didn't have another one. They're saying that I didn't.
They need to have a feature where you can like see what each person's.
I'm very good at. My peripherals are fantastic. I see the chat. I see the comments and who says them.
The Bills-Pats playoff game would have been absolute cinema.
What are you guys talking about? We could still get it.
We could still get it. Yeah,
I think this is great. I think Bills Broncos, it fucking rocks.
I think that rocks.
Bills Jags rocked. I didn't want to see the Bills play the Patriots in round 1 again. I thought that was perfect. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence rocked. Jeff Sunday, do you have a play I can tail today? Well, I guess that's a good segue. Should we talk about it?
Yeah.
All right. Texans. Steelers. Steak likes the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. I do.
You see what it is on ProfitX. 3. It's been 3 all week.
I thought it's been 3.5.
I never saw 3.5. I saw 3.5 for the Ravens. I never saw 3.5 for the Texans. -3 is plus 106. Texans to win this game are minus 146. The total is 38. Do you think we get a contrarian over? I think the under in this game is very square.
I think it's square too. I don't really have a strong lean on the total at the moment. I just know that I do like the Steelers.
Yeah. When the Ravens played the Steelers, they were 3.5. Correct. Tomlin as a home dog pays. This is the narrative that I think a lot of people are going to get.
You said that last week when I liked the Steelers.
Fine.
I don't think people want to bet Aaron Rodgers against this pass rush at all.
They just beat the Ravens?
I really don't think so. The Ravens stink. The Ravens stink, and they pretty much stunk all year. The Texans have been one of the best teams in the NFL for like 10 weeks.
I just don't see a path to Aaron Rodgers finding success on this defense with their pass rush, with a better defensive-minded head coach.
Steelers defense been playing good ball.
Lassiter.
Steelers defense been playing good ball, and CJ Stroud is definitely not somebody I'm scared to.
That's kind of why I'm thinking that I like the square under.
Yeah,
I do. This would be a nasty game to play over, and I don't know that it gets there.
I don't know that it gets there either.
If the Steelers are going to win this game, which you think they are, how do they do it? Aaron Rodgers?
2 good drives by Aaron Rodgers that don't end in field goals. So that's all it will take. Probably get like 20 points maybe, but 2 good drives from Aaron Rodgers that end in touchdowns, and they could win this game 20-17. I think we get it. I don't think CJ Stroud's putting together 2 drives, more than 2 drives that don't end in field goals.
If Rodgers is going to be Aaron Rodgers, maybe completions. He's going to have a lot of quick completions. Maybe they just slice him and dice him. You know?
How we feeling after yesterday? Banged up.
Yeah,
not gonna lie to you. I'll have a new Super Bowl prediction for sure, yeah.
Couldn't need the Steelers to get 2 turnovers. Yeah. Oh, God. Krabs is on CJ under 1.5 touchdowns.
That's got to be pretty heavily juiced.
Yeah, I don't
Risings,
know.
what's the juice on that?
Texans score by explosives. Do the Steelers defense let up big plays?
No, I don't think so.
The Steelers defense has been playing better at home, more specifically too. They've been playing well. I don't really see the Texans running the ball. I think CJ Stroud is going to have to make a play. That place is obviously going to be fucking rocking. Do I see CJ Stroud winning a road playoff game at night in Pittsburgh? No, I don't.
I don't really either. Minus 160, Trenton says. I wouldn't lay the juice for that, but I actually think that's a good bet by Krabs. I just don't want to pay 160 for it.
Texans defense got cooked by Riley Leonard last week. That is true. You kind of think that the Texans had their foot off the gas, though. You know what I'm saying?
And a quarterback you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little weird. I'm not going to put too much stake into that, to be completely honest.
I don't know. I don't know what I think about this game. I'm torn. DK's back.
DK's back.
DK makes a difference.
Yeah, I took him to score the first touchdown. Felt fun.
I don't think that's hitting.
Yeah, thanks.
I think it'd be a Freiermuth game.
Freiermuth.
I don't like trying to fucking play tight end roulette with the Steelers.
I was gonna say I don't either.
I'm gonna go Freiermuth to score the first touchdown.
Yeah.
Freiermuth to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what that is. For whatever reason, for touchdown props, I do look at Hard Rock props. I usually look at Hard Rock Profit X for straights and totals. Usually 99% of the time, they'll have better.
Oh, Darnell's out. That helps a little bit.
Is he? Player props.
Hayward's out too. Jesus. No. Hayward's not out. I get what you're saying.
All right. Kenneth Gainwell's plus 195. DK plus 190. Warren 2-1. Ooh, Warren could be a guy.
There's a look, Deej. There's a look.
What is it?
Stroud rush yards.
That is not a bad. Yep, that's not a bad look. I'm going to take Pat Freiermuth to score a touchdown right now. Do I have a bonus bet? Yes, I do. $25. Oh, wait. Nope. Hold on. I want to use that for the first touchdown.
Yeah.
How do I delete that? Shit.
If you already placed it, you're
No. I didn't. All right. I'm going 50. Let's get to this now so I don't forget. And then I'm going to take first touchdown.
If the Steelers defense play similar to how they've been playing, I don't think he has that much success. I really don't.
Who?
CJ Stroud. I don't think he's going to be fucking miserable. I don't think they're going to do what the Chargers did yesterday, but I really don't think it's crazy to think the Steelers going to hold him to 14 to 17.
Freiermuth, 31.5 yards, overs minus 120. 3.5 catches, unders minus 140. That's
Darnell
terrible.
Washington's out.
Got it. Okay.
Nico is light years better than DK. Yes, he is.
All right.
Yes,
I got a guy for you that's going to do something. You ready?
In this game is money line or bust for Pitt. Probably DJ.
Yeah.
The way I've been gambling lately is I'll probably have a bet on both.
It's a garbage game.
Oh, yeah?
This is what I'll tell you. The Texans are going to have an explosive play. They are. I'm not saying it's going to go for a touchdown. Christian Kirk.
Really?
Yeah. No, you don't like it?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. No.
I don't like Christian Kirk.
Brandon Cooks had a game yesterday. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that fucking Christian Kirk.
Saying. I have a 50% Australian Open profit boost.
Don't know what that
okay.
is.
NHL profit boost. Where are all my NFL profit boosts?
I bet table tennis once, and now they send me like fucking late night table tennis fucking notifications and every fucking day.
The AFC is hosted by the Pats of the Bills. Would you and Jake want to go if I can get a suite in the DK suite?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Silly question. Tell me you want to hold the flag or we're not going.
No, I don't.
I never want to do that.
All right, we might go to the AFC Championship game. Keep you posted on that. Okay. It's 11:02. We're gonna hit the road. We're gonna go to Buc-ee's. Do you want to do quick thoughts on the
quick thoughts and bounce? It's a great idea.
Okay. Or do we save it for tomorrow?
No, let's not save it for tomorrow. We're freaking in the hotel room. That's good. You're right.
Save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, save it for tomorrow.
All right, we're gonna.
Sorry, guys. You only get us for an hour today, but just remember, 2 hungover guys pulled up in their hotel room and could have just taken today off, and we didn't do that. So glaze us, please glaze us.
You know what I think? I think that.
And we're fucking walking billboards. We're walking fucking billboards.
I think that this reminds me of why we always end the show with this graphic. It is the chat telling us, even though they don't like to tell us, they're thanking us. They're thanking us for being men of the people, grinding, as the kids might say. Do the kids still say grinding?
No, I think kind of people our age say that.
I like grinding.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for tuning in. I know it's we're getting more and more people coming in now at 11:03, which is
that's crazy. YouTube getting up there in the numbies. YouTube
Twitch.
Getting up there in the numbies.
YouTube's been 70 plus each time, 200 plus tuning in on Monday. We appreciate you. I think that this is the best we can do though.
Yep, it's the best we can do.
Steak, by the way, this is he drank a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, we started at 1, we ended around 11. This guy kept taking shots, just maintained cruising altitude nonstop.
Yeah.
I turned him down. I think I said no to about 7.
Oh, one more story for you guys.
Okay.
I walked into a bar yesterday in Jacksonville. I think this is a very Jacksonville story.
Yeah.
And I played a slot machine.
Oh my God.
And I put a $100 bill in the slot machine. I won $316. So my ticket was for $416. The original 100 plus 316 that I won. Nice win. I go to the bartender and I'm like, hey, can I cash this out? And she takes it and she comes back. She goes, we can't cash this out right now. you're going to have to come back tomorrow. And I'm like, what time tomorrow? And she's like, 4 p.m. I'm like, are you serious? I was like, I can't come back at 4 p.m. I'm leaving. I was like, can you? So like another girl walks up. I'm like, hey, I was like, she just told me like, I can't cash this out till 4 p.m., but I'm leaving. Can you help me out? And she's like, she's like, I'm just going to turn off all the slot machines because now I have to go into the safe and get this cash out. And she was so annoyed. So like the bouncer comes up and he just rips the plugs out of all the slot machines. And then the fucking projector that has the Patriots game on goes off too. Just dark. The game goes off on every TV. I caused that by hitting $316 on a slot machine. I think I might have bankrupted a Jacksonville Beach bar last night.
I just remembered as you said that. I should have tweeted. I forgot to start tweeting things, or I forgot to tweet things at the end of the night when I started to get sleepy. But I just remembered. I took a video. All the TVs changed.
Oh. Yeah, they literally were like mad we were there. All of a sudden, they were like, "Well, we'll show these fucking douchebags. We're not going to let them watch football." It was like America's Got Talent on any TV that was on, and then the rest of the TVs were off. It was crazy.
First of all, I don't know how bars in Jacksonville Beach have slot machines, but also I just want to remind you guys. Oh, just a second. But I just wanted to remind you guys, Steak has that kind of luck. He'll play a slot machine anywhere. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. You all have a great day. We will check you tomorrow, and we'll talk.
We're getting kicked out.